guys, it's Ian here in China. Thank you once again for tuning in to my channel. Subscribe using that button below. I'm going to share with you today the 5 points that I've learned from the first 6 months of shooting videos, putting them out into the YouTube universe. 5 points coming right up. Point number 1, guys, is just do it. But Nike, don't hold yourself back. You don't need a big complicated purpose, a complicated why. If you've got a loose why, then just work around that. Want to niche down into something like knitting jumpers for chihuahuas, then do that. You don't need a big, deep why. Keep it really simple, get over yourself. Number 1 thing though, just start. Do it, don't stop. Point number 2, learn as you go. So you do not need to know about video cameras, editing software, YouTube channel. You don't need to know anything like that. Just start as you go from video to video. Think to yourself, how do I get 1% better? I look back at my video, run over with a critical eye, and I think, what could I have done differently? Ask the internet, hey, how do I do this? Back comes a whole world of response and support and help. Point number 2, learn as you go. Simple. Even now, I'm learning a bit late because I don't think I'm getting this correct. It's all about learning as you go. Point number 3, invest into your kit. You probably got this in your pocket. So the cameras in the iPhone, any phone, are fantastic these days. So that's good enough for you to shoot some good quality video. Get yourself one of these guys, which is a selfie stick. It's a Joby. Makes me laugh every time I see it. It's quite light to carry with you, so I'd recommend that. One of these. It's a lav mic. This can stick on there, run the cable up your sleeve, stick this into your iPhone. Good audio kicking in. Not a lot of money because you've most likely got that iPhone. So this is what I would recommend you have. For a selfie stick, audio solution, simple. Good to go. Point 3, invested a little bit of money in some kit. Now, because I've been getting into it, I've also invested a little bit in this camera, because I bought the two of them together. So it's a video blogging camera. It makes my skin look fantastic, makes me look younger. Now the other thing, a plague of mine, audio. But I bought these recently. They are fantastic, but they can be hassle to get set up quickly. You've also saw me with is this camera. I bought this a while back when I was getting into photography. I'm not the best photographer by any means. I can actually record video, so sometimes I've used that video recently, which was the white waterfall temple. The link is up here if you want to see that. I knew it shot videos, I'd forgotten about it, so when I took it with me, I had a great tool for shooting videos. So number 3, invest in a little bit of kit, a phone with a camera. Fantastic. Get a lav mic and a selfie stick, that's the base. You're good to go. That's enough, even for me, 6-month veteran. So my point number 4 will be to invest in some editing software. The iPhone comes with iMovie, that's okay to get you started, but you will move quite quickly beyond that. Final Cut Pro works on a MacBook, quite expensive. What I'm beginning to use, other than Final Cut Pro, which I enjoy, LumaFusion. LumaFusion is a fantastic piece of software. It can work on your iPhone and also work on your iPad. So it's a really cool piece of software. So understand editing. Editing is really quite important. For me, it's a little bit like making a jigsaw puzzle. I sort of start the project and then go back to it and keep updating it. I quite like editing. It's quite a calming thing to do. So I would say keep learning. But the one thing to remember about editing is it is a lifelong project. You will be learning new things every day around different edits, different style of edits. Stick in there. Editing is a key part to how your videos will look. I've learned a lot. Editing is a part of it that I really quite enjoy and I've focused on recently. Don't waste too much time getting too complicated with it. Final Cut Pro is really professional. You can learn it. But actually I default to LumaFusion's. Point here is don't over-engineer it. Just make sure you publish what you're working on, otherwise you'll be there forever tweaking and trying to get it right. Learn from watching other YouTube videos or movies that you like and think, well, I'm going to try and find out how they did that. When you're watching movies, when you start to edit, you'll watch the movies and think, oh, I understand what they did there. So it's a really, really cool thing to kind of get into. Point number 4, all about editing software. Point number 5 here then is to create for yourself. Don't create for other people. Just spend the time learning, exploring, do it for you. If you want to make a lot of money doing YouTube, forget it. You know, you won't make a lot of money. And if you do, then great, you've won the lottery. But really, if you want to do this, explore it for yourself. Be creative for you. Look for your why over time, your purpose. But on the whole, create for no one else but yourself. So my point number 5 is all about creating for no one but yourself. My 5 points for 6 months making YouTube videos and sharing them. Just want to give you a little bit of an insight into my journey over the last 6 months. If you have the chance, please subscribe using the button below. It's hot here. Beijing, 34 degrees. Thank you, and I hope you've learned something. That's my insight to my journey on YouTube over the last 6 months.